without further ado, I guess it is about time for us. Oh no! To go and build the house! I did honestly not know you could just smash glass into pieces like this. Alright everybody, hello and welcome back to another episode on Scrap Mechanic with me, Spacefish, back in our beautiful little home. If we take a quick peek into here, you will be able to see that, well, at least the craft bot has been quite busy since the last episode, as we do have a ton of bricks ready to go, and another good stack of glass ready to go in order to continue work on our new home, which we are also very much going to be doing today. But first things first, I found this little thing here in the floor, and I'm getting absolutely triggered by it. So we're going to try and get rid of it using the trusty... I thought there was a bot running around there. I hope there wasn't. Using the trusty spastic cube methodology. And there we go. Beautiful. That thing's out of the way. I've got no clue what it even was. That was glitching in the ground there, but we've got it out of there. And we're going to go and have a quick look around to make sure that there's nothing else poking through the walls anywhere that would ever end up triggering me. But I feel we're fine. If not, if you see anything, shout. But with that said then, it is time for us to go ahead and head over to the house. And also, we will have a quick peek around here just to make sure I did not actually see a bot running around outside. I would really not like some little guy tearing apart my vehicles while I'm gone. But with that said then, it is time to head over to the new house. And on that same note, while we're heading over, if you do happen to enjoy this very episode, if you want to stay around for the future of, you know, building our very own home, or for all the other shenanigans that happen on this channel, please make sure to go ahead and smash that subscribe button right down below. It would really mean the absolute world to me. We are slowly but surely on our way to 1,000 subs, and every single person just truly helps out a ton, especially on a small channel like this. Every person counts. So thank you so much if you did that. Without further ado, I guess it is about time for us. Oh no! To go and build the house! I did honestly not know you could just smash glass into pieces like this. I was a bit confused, I have to say. Because, like, I feel like the texture was different where the glass and the blocks merged, wasn't it? Did that somewhat change ever since we last came to the house? It looks like so smooth of a transition. I wasn't even sure there was glass there for a quick second. I'm so confused by this now. There is actually glass, but I don't know, maybe they actually changed the texture or something? It does look like a lot more reflective than before, doesn't it? I'm not sure. If anyone knows if the texture of... Oh no, that definitely got changed, right? I'm like 99% the glass, sure the glass texture changed. So we'll actually have to go and check now what we actually like, because I guess everything kind of sort of changed now. I've got no idea. That was so weird though. I was so surprised when that happened. Cannot do that to the other stuff, right? Yeah, no. So, what happens if I do this? Oh! Okay. So, I guess you could do some target practice with glass blocks. I mean, that may be good to know at some point. I kind of want to build a shooting range now, to be honest. So, there's something for the future to take care of, I guess. But... anyways, we are going to go first things first, because I'm honestly not sure now what kind of bit of glass I prefer. I was really looking at this and going like, well, it's kind of nice with like the little transition that you have from the glass to the stairs. Now it's like very clean and very see-through, so I'm not really sure you even see the glass like this, to be honest. Like, it's not very apparent at the very least, I would say. So I'm not quite sure if I do still like it as much with the new textures, this approach. or if I do actually prefer this bit here. I don't know. Also, I do have these stairs. Well, yeah, I mean, I kind of built these stairs that way, right? I think so. That looks so weird. Okay. Just wanted to go and give that a quick try as well. But I think with that said, for the time being, we will go and just focus on pulling out the frame of the building some more. Then maybe get some first few windows and stuff going, like, downstairs here. We'll see about that bit. But what we'll definitely take care of is actually, you know, well, getting the frame out, getting the floors filled in a little more as well, which we will do now, pretty much, and then we'll kind of just hop straight over to the frame, which in fact, maybe we'll do the frame first, because that's usually the bit that takes time, and then when we realize we've got a ton of these blocks left, we'll go and fill in the, well, it's not even the floor, we'll fill in the ceiling some more, because I'm still not really determined an industrial type floor material that I want to use up here. Kind of contemplating like concrete and just painting it in a certain way. Any ideas, feel free to let me know and we'll try them all out, I guess, and then we'll just see what works best. But what I will do here is I'll at least pull this corner around, because well, these cornerstones, as we already determined the last time around, will be made out of bricks, of course, because that's like the facade of the building at the end of the day. So we'll go and do that. Ooh! And then we'll fall down like that and still build it properly somehow. I don't know how that happened. And there we go. That is at least that set up. Now, let me go and we kind of have to think about how we want to do this now, right? So the first thing that I'm not really sure about is if I want to leave this like open window like, or close this bit here off. What I'm already quite sure of at the very least would be that we will have like a little kind of, I'm actually not too sure we would have this if we were going to place a window. It's like the best part, I guess, is that you can actually see into the atrium. So that bit I'm not sure about. What I am rather sure about though is actually this. Right, so we will go and definitely put a wall up there somewhere. And then we kind of really need to find out also what we want to do with the third floor, because I'm not actually entirely sure about that bit of the design yet. I do know that we will put another floor on top. I'm not quite sure if we will put it like everywhere the second floor is, basically, right? Ooh, we actually... One thing, before we even think about the third floor, I think, is that we actually at least somewhat frame out these bits on the corner here. So we do have an idea what ends where and everything. So these are, of course, going to go all the way up. Or maybe not all the way, you know, that also then... Well, no, they have to kind of go all the way, because I'm kind of feeling we will have like a little staircase in here, maybe, to the third floor. And then maybe we put a design on top of it to make it not look quite as cubic at the end of the day, but we kind of need to see about that. But we do definitely need the space for the staircase right here. So, that's that. Pretty much done. We'll do the same on the other side. That way we do have that finished off as well then. And then we really need to find out how we do the rest of things. So, I think there's two alternatives, basically, right? The one thing is, I guess, the simpler approach, which is basically just going to be us going ahead and, well, literally just pulling one-to-one a third floor out and putting it on top of here. The other alternative would be, well, I mean, actually it's three, right? Then we have the alternative, basically, of going, like, using the left side, using the right side, but, well, you know, this of course stays open, but then having like a little rooftop terrace thing out here, which could be cool. I would love me a terrace with that beautiful view, so that could be nice. Or, I guess, you know, we could also slim things down and like start the room here, have it go around here and end it off right there, instead of going all the way around, which would be option number 3. I guess that bit wouldn't incorporate as cool of a roof terrace. But on the other hand side, we could use it as like, you know, having the bedroom here and having that beautiful view in the bedroom instead. So I'm really kind of contemplating a bit how we do want to do things. And I'm really not too sure just yet. I think we'll kind of just get going and find out as we go what happens, pretty much. So, should be interesting. God. I saw that tree swaying in the wind, and I thought there was a frickin' bot in there. Actually, really getting paranoid about that bit slowly but surely. So we do need to get some concrete going and like pull out a proper concrete wall around the outer perimeter of this thing. What I'm actually not sure about, what would actually be quite interesting, can bots just spawn in water? Can bots swim? Can a bot like spawn on this island and swim across? Please let me know. Would really be grateful for that bit of information, because I'm hoping that I don't have to wall this off towards the sea, and I can kind of just, you know, maybe start right here, then go kind of around like this, and then, you know, we basically go all the way around here. Maybe also incorporating that water tank into like the protection zone just in case, and then, you know, ending it off like right there at the beach or something. But I'm not sure if bots can actually swim or how that whole bit works, so every little bit of intelligence on that would be greatly appreciated. Now, the question really is, how do we want to go ahead and set this bit up? The thing is, I'm really kind of, I'm kind of contemplating setting up the stairs in a spot where I can kind of just, you know, as like an inhabitant of this place, go up, not even have to access all of the productive stuff, because, you know, that's not too chill, and still get to, like, my living area, right? So that this is a bit separate, I guess. And I am kind of tempted by the idea of this, like, a rounded staircase thingy, but still not really quite sure how that would work. And, also kind of, you know, a bit not too happy about the little amount of space we have that we're working with here. Because I guess whatever we do is kind of just gonna incorporate, like, you run up here and then maybe, you know, it's like 3 stairs like this, and then this. What is even the center point of this? There is none, I guess. I didn't pull it out properly, so more like this, and then this is the center point. So we would have like a thingy going here, and then, you know, kind of just the stairs wrapping themselves around more or less this entire... No, but that's wrong as well. Ew. Here? I'm so confused now. Yeah, I guess if I want to have the stairs like 3 wide at the very least, we would have to start somewhere like here, right? So this is like one of my ideas for a staircase. I'm really not too sure how much I like it, though, I have to say, because generally speaking, it feels a bit like too medieval and like tight and twisty and maybe not all that inviting, if that makes any sense whatsoever. So I'm kind of like a bit worried that this may not work out as nicely as I was thinking it would. You know, we'd kind of go up here, right, and then you'd go and pull that one further up, and then pull all these up evenly, and you know, basically you just go around in circles in this thing, and then eventually you end up all the way up there. I'm really not too sure how I like it, though. The alternative maybe being making it out of glass. Could that look cooler? I don't know. But we can give it a try, right? I guess the central pillar, we need to kind of just move this thing for a second. So we want to go 3 wide, so we will start basically here. Right, maybe we would make the central pillar out of bricks. Probably even be better out of concrete, but, you know, it is what it is now. We can always change that later. And then, I guess, oopsies, we could also do something like that, you know, would actually save us materials, and then kind of just you go wrapping around like that, I guess. He actually may like the glass approach quite a lot. You know, I mean, glass kit staircases are certainly quite fancy, I would argue. What do you guys think about this thing? Actually really liking this idea, not gonna lie. You know, something along the lines of... Ooh, yes. I think that is quite fancy, I have to say. And if we build it like this, that also means like a lot more space remains down here for people to walk through, because it's kind of hollow. So, ooh, little Halloween glow from our vehicle. But this, I would say, also means that we can actually, in fact, make it even wider than I was thinking. You know, we can probably go like... at least 4 or even 5 wide instead, and then I like the idea. Well, I mean, you know, the thing is with going wider, that also the pillar moves, so I guess still fine-ish, I would argue. We also need to kind of make sure that we actually, you know, start at a little higher point, because we need to find out how we do all that and what material we use here for the floor, because technically there's none in yet. But I think generally we're going to make it happen like that. Okay, I think we've got a stairwell concept. I hope you guys like it. I think a glass stairwell is quite fancy, and also makes this like little bit older medieval look with it. Ooh, God, I was worried that was going to break, to be honest. But I think it makes this little more old medieval look with the bricks a little more modern, and feels like a little more open, and we can make things wider, and oh, I like the idea. I like it. Cool. So we're going to do it like that. The issue being that it's kind of nighttime now, and I do not see the glass for the life of me. So we are going to go instead and just kind of pull this pillar up here and get basically like a little teeny tiny ceiling thing going, and then we can at least think about framing everything out for ourselves now. And I mean, technically, actually, no, we cannot pull this pillar out like that, because we did just determine that we actually... Ooh, boom. That we actually want to put it in a different spot, right? So we said maybe 5 wide. 4, 5. 4, 5. Boop. Does that still work in terms of space available? I would say that's decent, honestly. I think that's workable. I'm not too sure if it may be a little prominent. But all we can't wait. We'll determine the pillar thing when we actually see the glass during the daytime, and then we'll kind of, you know, determine if you want to go like 4 or 5 wide, and then we can also start designing the actual staircase, because, you know, that'll take some time, and it'll probably take a little more glass than we have available even for like one of the staircase. So we'll see about that. But in any case, you know, we can make it at least ooh, great. We can at least get the hole in the floor to a point where it can support all the available options, and then, you know, we go from there. So if we go and pull this thing up, you'll be able to see 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So this is like the max width. Okay. So we'll kind of just be doing this, and then we do 2, 3, 4, 5. That means we need to shave off 2 right here, and then we've got an evenly wide hole. And, you know, if we need, we can always make it more narrow. But this way we've got something to kind of get started from, right? Because this space will in any way be sort of closed up to the top, to the stairwell and all. So we can kind of just go from there. And, well, we'll mirror maybe something similar over here already. So let's go and remove this thing, because I'm honestly very, very set already, I think, on the glass stairwell. I think that's going to be super, super nice and fancy. Really hope you guys like it, though, but I think we should be in it for a very, very good one right there. Now, it would be nice if we could avoid removing pillars like that are actually supporting the structure before everything falls on our heads. But otherwise, we are going to go for 5 here, right? No, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in space, and here. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in space, and there. And this is where the pillar is going to go up. And we'll kind of just do the same thing we just did on the other side. Actually, just wondering, honestly, if we actually properly built it in the right spot. But, well, we will have to see eventually, I guess. But here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 in space. And we go, and that's actually quite close for comfort. We're going to start building right there. Actually connect that to the proper structure. And then this bit here can go. We do the same thing here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 in space. Oh. Kind of accidentally raised the height of that pillar, I guess. But that's fine. That's the way that it needs to be. So, now we know what about space we can fill up. We do that. Just like this. And that's pretty much the beginning to our 3rd floor. And the last one to this house, which is also, I think, you know, a positive revelation, I would argue. It's been quite a lot of time, and we haven't even fully framed out the house yet, so I would really like to go and proceed on that a little more. Now, good thing that we didn't just slap everything into the floor downstairs, because, well, you can see we have like 360 blocks remaining or something, and we haven't really even started framing yet. So let us go and take care of that, or at least try to. What I guess we can definitely say already is that this here is going to be some sort of part of a room. And, well, same deal over here, I guess. So that means we can already get some corners going pretty much. Which we're going to get one going right here for now. Oh, now the question is the same about build height again. I absolutely forgot how high we usually go. So, let's check, I guess. This is also tough, because, like, ooh, the counting is going to be fun. Okay, so, this doesn't, well, no, this, basically, I mean, if we count the blocks that we're seeing, right, because we don't technically have a floor in there yet, and everything that's like a cornerstone is basically at ceiling height of the floor below, not floor height of the floor above, if that makes any sense to you guys whatsoever. It's getting complicated, I know. But basically we start from there, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and then 17 is where the ceiling goes. So 17 visible blocks that we put on top of these corners, well, of the lower ceiling that we have there. Good thing there's 13 there. Okay, we do have enough, I was going to say. So we currently have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we need to add another 4. And then we're at the intended height. And this we can basically just use to make the others off of, right? So that should be nice and easy, I would hope. That is, if we do actually have the blocks in our inventory that we need. Nope. Come on. Yes. Good. Just about managed to wiggle that one in. Oh no. Cannot build like that, otherwise we don't see how wide we may accidentally be going. And there we go. That's the first bit of the frame done over here. No, actually we can go and do this one too. Oh my god. Not like that, ideally. Pull this bit around as well. Jesus Christ, the frames are using up a lot of materials. But there we pretty much go now. I am just going to pull this bit here through as well, because I guess why in the world not? And this is definitely set. And we can kind of do this as a little bit of a mirror thing on the other side. Now what we do need is these little platforms again here to get around, because these pillars now are now kind of a bit in the way. So we do need to build these in order to try and not fall off instantly, because the pillars in the way. Just like that. Good stuff. And then I guess we can get the same deal going over here, which actually I suppose first things first, pull out... well... The question is, do I pull that thing out? Because if we have a roof terrace, I guess we would not actually have anything over there, so... I guess not. That said, I still remember the amount of blocks, so we can do it like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And the 17th is, of course, missing, which is beautiful. And we'll go and add that on top right here. You can pretty much continue. That is if we are in range to be building. I'll kind of just pull the one thing after another out, as we did the last time around. That is, as I said, as usual, if we're in range, or, respectively, if we've got enough building materials remaining. Jesus Christ. Okay, so, I guess, we're going to have to leave it off right there. We are somewhat out of time for this episode anyway, so I guess it is fine at the end of the day. But here we stand at the very peak of our current 3-floor building. Absolutely insane. I'm really loving so far how this thing is coming out, and how we're really making some things up, and with the glass staircase and everything, you know, it's quite cool, I would argue, most definitely. We need to see, you know, let me know what you guys think about the building layout. I would be quite interested on the opportunity of, like, roof terrace versus, like, penthouse style living space with a beautiful view on the ocean. I'm really not quite set on it yet, so I'd love to hear what you guys think as well. And otherwise, you know, what I am, I think, already quite set on is that we will keep this bit here closed off fully until where the staircases come out, because, as previously, you know, there's no weather in this game, but technically, if it were to rain would just fall right in, so we don't want that to happen, of course. So, quite sure that these bits here will be closed off. I'm not quite sure then if this will be a roof terrace or how we will do it, but these will definitely be the living quarters, and then, you know, we kind of just find out how we go from there. We could set a roof terrace on top on, like, a 4th floor, which, you know, at some points it gets quite excessive as well, so we really need to see about that. But let me know your thoughts in the comments down below for today. I hope you very much enjoyed the episode. If you did, of course, please make sure to smash that like button right down below for the YouTube algorithm. And if you're new around here and haven't done so just yet, also please consider subscribing right down below, as well as hitting that bell icon in order to stay up to date on all the future upcoming episodes. But with all that out of the way then, as usual, everybody, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I will catch you in the next episode very, very soon. Ciao.